Hey, and welcome to Tech Talk, a show about everything tech, and we can go anywhere with this.
Has it been over a month since we taped a show
Yeah, we did one
It
last
has
time in November.
Yeah.
We didn't do the December show.
with a Christmas preview?
Yep.
Right.
Christmas preview.
We went over the toys and all the different tech things that you could buy people.
I don't think I got anything that was on your list of previews.
I think
I'm not
somebody
sure.
did.
We got at least one.
Was that on your preview?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
think
so.
so. I think
yeah,
it
I was
was.
talking about the difference between the Echo Dot and the regular tall Echo.
Yeah.
So we got a dot,
believe you're right.
you got a dot.
Got a dot. And we
And-
have some other air freshener thing over here.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe that.
That's what they call it, right? An air freshener?
I am okay with it.
I am too.
I'm okay with it.
I'm really, I want to hear
I
your
guess
input
that's,
about this.
That's better
this
than
device.
the new Mac Pro that they came out a few years ago. They called a trash can.
Oh, yeah. I can't trash a Mac because I don't know much about a Mac.
Yeah.
So, But anyway, where we're going to start with,
Okay.
you got
This
a lot
is
about
January
CES stuff.
2017, and they just had CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yep.
I'd like to go there sometime, but
I would too. It would be
nobody
awesome.
wants to pay my way.
Yeah, we got to talk Kingsley in the foot.
Take
one of
take
these days.
vacation.
Yeah.
Take vacation. Go.
But you got to pay the airfare and
Got to
all
get there
that
and
stuff.
back, and then you come back and
You need
report on it.
sponsorship.
That's
There
what we
you
need.
go.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so
What were the big things this year?
Yeah.
I found some things that were interesting, at least to me, and we can talk about not necessarily the product, but the idea. There's different ways of interacting with technology, and one of them is eye tracking. So like with your phone or maybe with your computer, if you're scrolling up and down, it can tell whenever you're at the end and you want to go back up, and it will scroll the page automatically.
Interesting. So you reckon that's just got to be straight on?
Yeah, the camera looks at you, and there's going to be more things that
To work with
the
glasses?
camera
Be a good question.
probably.
Okay.
I don't know about glare, but
Yeah.
I would think. But there's probably more things that's going to read your facial expressions and your eye movements to interact with
Yeah.
technology. A Sony mobile projector. The projector is no larger than this box. And it will, if you set it this way, it'll show on the wall. If you set it this way, it'll show on the desk. And with that, it's, I don't know, about the size of like a menu or a piece of paper.
What do you think the resolution of that is?
Well,
Is it
you're
gonna
not
be really good?
talking.
I mean,
it-
brightness? I mean,
It
is
was
it gonna
not
be
too
bright?
bad as far as brightness, but
Was
it
it
was in
pretty-
a darker room.
Yeah.
But if
For
you
an
want
outside
to,
salesperson that's going around making calls, being able to just like display something without everybody huddling behind their
Or a laptop or something? Yeah, it might be a
Right.
good idea.
fits in a nice carrying case.
and you can hook it up to mobile devices, phones or tablets, and it interacts wherever you put your finger. You can tap on it, and it gives the instructions to the device.
Pretty nice.
That's kind of cool.
I like it.
New processor coming out for cell phones that makes VR more possible, which is virtual reality.
Everybody get in line for your new phones.
Yeah.
Throw out your old stuff.
Yeah.
We know it's only 4
This
months
old 7,
Yeah,
who needs
it's-
that
yeah,
old
Who
thing?
needs that old one? Yeah, I'm sure
Jeepers.
there's one coming. There's probably a 12 out now,
Yeah.
or in works.
Thinner displays for TVs. They just get thinner and thinner, and they've even kind of removed the electronics from the TV and put it in the sound bar,
Okay.
and so it operates from that.
Yeah.
HDR TVs. HDR is high dynamic range, and if you've seen any HDR photography, what that does when you take a HDR photograph, it overexposes, underexposes, and takes like 3 to 5 pictures and puts them all into one so that you can see the detail in the darks and you can see the details in the light, and nothing is overexposed and underexposed. So you get rich, you can see stuff in the shadows, and if there's a bright window, you can still see the stuff in the bright window. So that's kind of cool.
Not
And
bad.
8K is coming along.
Great. That's what we just need, 8K.
And,
I
wonder, I can't,
You probably have
I'm
to
not
wear
sure if I
special
can,
glasses.
I don't know if I can see 4K.
I don't know.
These old eyeballs, I mean, come on.
I'm still hung up on Y2K.
Y2, oh yeah, Y2K, yeah.
For folks that aren't following this, the resolution of your screen, we talked about high definition TV, and there was 720 and then 1080.
1080.
Yeah.
P.
And 480 before that. That's when we had 4
Sure.
by 3.
So those of you that are wanting to have a really clear picture, there needs to be some way to bring that to your device to project it. So we went from DVDs to Blu-rays, and then how do you get it from streaming? Is it coming in off of your satellite? Does Dish and DirecTV support that, or is it coming across the internet? Because there is a 4K Roku, and I'm not sure if the Apple TV supports it, but you better have a really good internet service provider and watch your data usage.
Right.
because
If you think
that's-
about it,
Yeah.
your
DVD, your HD Blu-ray DVD holds 25 gigs.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you wanted to stream an HD movie, you're talking about 25 gigs of download. Now,
What's your data
4K
plan?
is above that,
Sure.
8K is above that.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a,
Well, you're probably doubling it each time at least.
yeah.
You know, just as
Well,
a thumb-
4K is 4 times better
yeah,
than
the
HD.
bottom. Yeah.
So 8K is 8 times
8 times
better.
better.
I'll go back to your starting point. I'm not sure I'm ready for it.
Yeah. You
I
can't
can see
it anyway,
720.
Yeah. I can.
But the thing is, I'm glad technology changes and grows. You know, that
Yeah.
the fact that we have a can-do attitude, and if you were putting it into the medical field or any type of scientific field, being able to look at images and being able to, get them up so a large group of people could review radiology or something like that, that would be a great application.
Yeah.
That
Or
would
just
be,
like
yeah.
just like my motorcycle. Why would I want to have a motorcycle with 250 horsepower? Because I can.
Oh, as you can. Yeah. More power.
Okay.
More
That's
power.
right.
That's right. That's
A backpack computer, so you can use your little VR headset and walk around, and you're not tethered to anything. No,
no.
I can just see people walking into buildings and stuff.
Bash.
I'm
Walking
sorry
out
to cross
into-
over to your
Yeah.
frame there, but
Yeah. No, you're fine.
You're
Yeah.
walking into traffic and stuff. I don't know where that's going to be. We got enough problems with people going down the street like this.
I mean, if you're using it and you're doing it like a Google Street View, and
Yeah.
you're recording something, so that you're doing real estate previews or you're doing a manufacturing process, and
Right.
it is getting enough information so that it does a virtual mapping of that industrial space, and then you're using that in an app to map where your product lines are going. I can see that, but I'm still tired of people that are looking at their phones and not talking to the person standing next to them.
Yeah,
All
they'll
the
just be
time
going
you see
out there
that.
looking for, what was those little creatures?
The Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Oh, them things.
Yeah,
Am I
they'll be
glad that
looking.
ended?
At least I haven't seen anybody walking around with that looking for those anymore.
I think I caught them all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Razer has a couple of different projects. Ariana, which extends your television. You've got your regular TV, but it also projects on the wall behind it. So it gives you that extended view for gaming. So you can have that extra time to see that creature or something creeping up on you.
So it's now affecting your peripheral.
And the
views.
problem I have with that, I have a projector, in the living room, and I played some video games, like a first-person shooter. And after about 3 hours, I was getting woozy from motion sickness, because all your field of
Constant
view is like twisting and turning.
Constantly.
So I bet
Well-
we see some of that where people get sick of, with screens moving around.
Well, you're right.
And Valerie is a project where they took the screen of a laptop and extended it one
like
screen to the
pull-out.
left, and right, two pull-out screens left
Don't
and
even
right.
need to be in the living room. You can
Right
do it
there.
right there in front of you.
Right. VR shoes that give you feedback and that also tell your VR goggles
That I
how
stepped on a
you're
rock.
moving, if you're stomping or
Yeah.
whatever.
It'll recommend your new Dr. Scholl's
Yeah.
pencils.
And there's also a VR suit that is rather large. There's probably not room in my house for it that gives you all the
Interesting.
feedback.
You remember the day you brought in your cardboard?
Yeah, cardboard. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Google cardboard. Yeah, $10. It's amazing what they can do with a piece of cardboard.
Need a set of shoes and a suit.
Yeah, made out of cardboard. That'd be awesome.
Does
They'll
it-
probably do it.
The Panasonic Desktop Assistant, which is kind of going off of this and that. You can ask it questions, but the difference is that this guy can move around, and it also has a projector to project on the wall that's near it. So it can show you, and not only just give you audio feedback, but it can give you visual feedback.
Interesting.
I wonder who they bought it from.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Who knows?
Going a little bit more ridiculous, there's a hairbrush
Yes.
that gives you it goes with an app on your phone. There's a hairbrush, and not all these things may be available, but they're in development and they have things that they show. A brush that gives you feedback on the condition of your hair.
I feel a VeggieTales song coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine would say,
Lice.
cannot compute. Cannot compute.
Compute.
No hair.
Not enough data up there.
Right, not enough data.
Not enough data.
Okay, on more personal notes.
Put that into the scientific. Will it be able to go through the hair, do a genetic scan, be able to tell you that you have heavy metals from your water supply?
Think about it. This could be possible
Or a teacher could use it for lice.
for school
Hate
purposes.
to say that word because everybody gets the
Yeah,
itchies.
everybody does.
I
Well,
don't want to
you know,
use your
yeah.
hairbrush. Thank you.
Yeah. Taking one brush through multiples. Yeah. no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pass.
Okay. Anyway,
Bad idea.
Boxers, company named Spartan, has come up with some boxers that use some silver thread that create a Faraday cage around your manly bits.
Personals. Okay.
Yeah. Your gentleman parts.
Hey, you
To
got to keep all this radiation stuff
Right,
contained.
exactly. You want to keep the
Yeah.
radiation from your phone from affecting your.
It was meant to go through the
Right?
ear,
Yeah,
not
go
through
from
your
one ear
pocket.
to the other. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not worried about the brain part. Or
Right.
just-
Yeah, we need a toboggan or
Yeah.
some sort of cap with that. Instead of me going back to my tinfoil hat.
Yes. Tinfoil hat. I like those.
Okay, there's another thing called a fridge cam. And I think there are
I gotta
fridges that
have one
come
then.
with these things, but this is an add-on where you can put this camera inside your fridge and you don't have to. I'm
Keep
bad
opening
about
and
it.
shutting it. Yeah.
What's in there? I can't remember. And, I open and shut the fridge like 6 times before I figure out what I want.
Yeah.
Did this come out because the RFID tagging on, foods and products couldn't cover all the leftovers that were in those Tupperware containers?
Could be.
Okay.
I
Anyway.
think you got to figure out a way to program it and say, oh,
Right.
there's half of a lasagna left in there. So what's because supposedly it'll tell you, hey, it's bad now. So you've got to
Right.
decide how many days it'll be bad.
It keeps
or
track
something
of an
to that effect.
inventory and the expiration dates.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, don't eat that.
Yeah.
That milk's bad.
I like the idea. I seen it in, if you're at the grocery or something and you can go, oh yeah, I forgot. Did we have enough milk or something?
Mm-hmm.
It's right there. You can see. So
We need a camera for under our sink so that we know which cleaning supplies we need, paper towels, and
it's probably already in works.
All
If
right.
not, there's a good patent for it.
One of the things I thought about, we've had the problem, and I know another person that I know had the problem. Something that would hook up to this that is a moisture detector. I could put it in the garage or in the basement in case
Already there.
already there.
They got it? Okay.
Yep.
I should
Done.
get one. Because, if I'm at
I
work
think
and a pipe breaks,
Deb should get one.
right.
Yeah.
A pipe breaks, I'll know right now instead of getting home and there's 2 feet of water in my basement.
Already there. Yep.
Okay.
Can we transition to these things?
Let's.
Sure. Oh, except electric tattoo is sort of a wearable technology that can control devices depending on which way you move it. And it's also can be used for a medical or a physical thing. It can read your blood pressure, O2, pulse, and all those type of things, which would be kind of cool,
I think it's a
especially
good
for those
idea.
people that have medical problems. And then when we were talking earlier, Pat sent out an email and talking about all these new and cool things you can do. Why don't they figure out a way to recall emails?
Oh.
So it's like, oh no, I forgot. Or no, I
Can't
put the
go-
wrong
can't pull
date
back.
on that. Pull that back
Yeah.
so I can append it and they can go back out.
Fix it.
Why don't we have that?
Because you ever hear the expression, "Oh, I can't get that out of my head." Well, once you see something, you've seen it.
Yeah.
Email, once it's sent, there is no, well, there are ways of saying it has been read or not read. And to be honest, you can recall mail that hasn't been read by certain systems, but not generally if you're sending it out in the cloud and it gets delivered to a device. Once it's delivered,
You're done.
you're done. You don't know if it's been read or not.
But we can do all this cool stuff, but we can't suck back an email.
That's yeah. Well, you're probably you're invading other
shouldn't have
people's
hit
privacy.
reply
Yeah. Yeah. It's the wrong button, boys. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you have a dot,
I have a dot, a
And-
hockey puck, whatever you want to call it.
Hockey
there.
puck.
Yeah.
and Deb got a dot.
Deb
She
just-
didn't get.
Just like this.
Okay.
The other one, the bigger Echo, I think is just a bigger speaker.
Okay.
It's a better
Yeah,
better.
this
speaker.
has a speaker, but the other one you can rock to.
I can rock to
Mm-hmm.
my speaker.
Okay.
And this is a Google Home. It is from Google. The one that we were talking about earlier is from Amazon. And we have two behemoth companies that have learned a tremendous amount from not only the searches and information that people get from entering in searches, but the Android phones and the Android operating system has voice recognition, and you can ask it questions.
Yep.
So this is a carryover of that. Here we have a device that does much of the artificial intelligence, and it has the connections with its partners, such as Pandora Music and all the other ones.
Yes. Yep. iHeart.
And I can
all of
ask
them.
Siri stuff too.
Sure,
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
ask Siri things.
Yeah. There's all three. Yeah.
So you can ask Siri to connect to whatever company partners with them to manage your home devices. The Echo Dot does that with their partners. So there's a smart home device, and we've talked about the Internet of Things and wanting to take control of locks and lights and security cams and intrusion detection. And I guess it comes down to each of us. What flavor are we going to go with?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Who are we going to back? And Iris is your home.
It is as
Internet
of
of Things?
yeah. As of right now, that was the first one that when I
Is that what's connected to this? Is Iris?
no. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
That
Iris
is
is
beside it.
Yeah, Iris is a hub, and that is by a I'll call it a big box store. Lowe's is the one that provides that, but there's
Okay.
other ones the same thing. I just happen to have a Lowe's beside of me, and there I seen it there, and I was like, that's something I think I want to try as a first test to test it. And they were offering a good deal. If you bought the security package, they give you the hub free. So it was a deal that I couldn't pass up to start trying this out. So that's the one I started with. Is that the one I'm going to stay with? Probably not.
Because
But-
we three are on the cutting edge
Yeah.
of testing technology.
Yeah, somebody's got to try the stuff. I've got light bulbs now that I'm playing with, and stuff like that. And eventually, I want to be able to consolidate into one thing, so they all communicate together.
Right.
So we're
So,
using these in our home environment.
Yep.
And we're going to our wireless router.
Yep.
And the first thing that happens is you take it out of the box and it says, go download the app.
Download the app.
And the app makes contact to our devices. And then it drops your connection to the internet.
Yep.
And it talks peer to peer.
Yep. It's like its own router itself.
Just like I'm talking to you, and we're going to tell you how you can get on the internet. The same as my TV and the same as everything else. And when it's done, it stops working
between us.
between us. And now I go back to the internet, and the internet knows about my device.
Right. You program this to say what your router, your wireless access point is.
So how do you think that works in a business environment in the enterprise?
Well, it probably does not, or it should not, maybe I should say. But everybody
Does
is
it
their
hand
own.
out numbers?
This does not.
Your home router would hand out a number to it.
Yeah.
What the problem?
This would be nothing more than your phone connecting to your
Right.
your router or whatever.
The problem we have found in an enterprise secure network is that it gets right to that step where it goes out to try to configure itself, and then it sort of drops it into nowhere land, because that return path from this device back to your app can't be done.
Right.
And let's use the environment such as our campus. We're not putting these devices on our secure network because there's no way for us to put a security certificate on that. So these are for your home, not for your business.
Or your dorm room?
Can't do it in the dorm.
Okay.
So students, don't go back to school and expect your IT department to help you with these. They're great for home, and we're going to have a lot of fun with them.
Yeah.
I'm partnering mine with a smart hub from Samsung, because that is the combination that I wanted to test out. And the combination, and Amazon Echoes and Dots talk to Samsung as well.
Yes,
So
they do.
Who's doing the work? Samsung's doing the work.
Yeah.
And then we're playing 20 questions and turning on our music, and we're making that connection to our smart hub.
Yeah.
So the partnerships that these companies develop are based upon a protocol, and they're going to agree on how they're going to use that application programming interface to send that information. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, because I'm going to turn off all the lights in my house and then turn them all on at different stages. And I'm going to dim things, and I'm going to play American Horror Story to everybody that's in the house.
Yep. Just by talking to it, or
Yeah.
there you can. I seen something that you could tell it that a certain keyword would dim the lights or something, so you don't have to say dim the lights. You could say George, and it would all of a sudden it would recognize that word and dim it. So there's apps like that.
So are they storing your information?
They are. They're storing everything. Matter of fact, the app.
The day after we opened this and installed it, it was on the news where somebody got murdered.
And they're
and
trying
then
to
the police wanted Amazon to hand over all the recordings, because they said, even though it's off, it's never off.
It's always
listening and recording. Just know that before you get one.
Or don't do anything in your house bad.
Go into the other room.
Yeah. Walk around with
Do you
your
have
tin
to
foil.
have one of those for a device to be eavesdropping?
No. You got one of
This
these.
does.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah. But
This is always
yeah,
listening.
yeah.
I say, hey Siri,
and
bingo, it's on.
it's talking. It's listening to you. Yeah.
Right.
So have we done a January I have reached the creepy factor threshold yet?
Yeah, it's about there.
Oh, yeah, you could say that, but these are just adding to it. But we knew that these things are listening. Tablets are listening. Everything
TVs,
now, TVs,
your
remotes.
Apple TV,
Yeah.
your Roku, where it says, turn on this show.
Yep.
It's listening all the
Yep.
time.
The remotes are listening. The Amazon Fire TV remotes, you talk to the remote and it'll.
So based on that, we've agreed that these devices know everything. They've listened to us. They've recorded our searches, and yet we seem to go about our business, saying they're hacking us, or they're looking at our information as if we don't live in a glass house, and we have done that to everybody else.
Right.
And I think that's just very hypocritical of many of our nation states to not admit that everybody's looking at everything else. It's just a matter of whether or not you've stolen intellectual property for a business advantage or military advantage, or whether you're maliciously going to extort money or try to push fake news. 'Cause You know, I got off of Facebook because of fake news because of the election, and I don't think it's gotten any better.
I think
No.
all the news is fake. It's either propaganda or
Maybe so.
whatever. It's all owned by a company.
So what we need is an app
Yep.
that will do the fact check, and while we're listening to it, or it's listening to the TV, it can show you shades from green to red of how
On
truthful
accurate.
it is.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Okay,
like that.
all of the young people that are out there in programming class right now, there is
you
room
go.
to come up with something new and useful.
Yep. There's
It's like
lots.
it's like the guy on TV that you know, looked at somebody and looked at their stress and how they held their mouth and could tell. You know,
Could tell.
You know, Bull does that on TV after NCIS.
Yeah, that's
now.
right. Yeah, that's a good show too.
Now, the funniest thing we've asked it, or
Mm-hmm.
not the funny thing we asked it, but the funniest response was, I asked Alexa,
Alexa.
do you have a boyfriend? She said, no, I don't have a boyfriend, but I am attached to the wall.
Nice. Attached to the wall.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's good. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Because you can ask her to tell you a joke, and most of the jokes
You
are
have,
kinda
you have
good.
different names?
There is. Yeah, that was my
I think
next.
there's two others.
There is two others: Echo and Amazon.
Right.
So you can go in and change the name so it doesn't listen to Alexa, or if you have this on and the advertisement comes on for the TV on it and the TV, it listens to the TV and starts doing exactly the same
Really?
thing.
Have you
it
had
does.
that happen?
Yes. The TV where I have it it's about, I don't know, 4 feet away, and I'm listening. You know, TV's up, and the first thing it says is Alexa, and this thing goes blue. There's a little blue ring that goes around it, and it starts listening, and I'm like, oh, and there's like, Alexa, order me a pizza, and I'm like, no, no, we're not ordering no pizza. So the second thing I did when I figured it out was changed its name. So
Bob.
it's not listening to. I wish we could change it to Bob or George or something.
Yeah.
But
This one has, Siri has voice recognition. So if you say it, it won't come on. If I say it, it does.
yeah,
Is that associated to your Amazon account?
it is.
Yes,
Can it have multiple accounts?
Yes.
it can.
Okay.
In your Amazon account, this can.
Okay.
So
Because right now I think we're bound to one person.
yes.
So if my wife comes home and starts saying, what's Kingsley searched for lately? He's going to spill his guts.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Thank you all.
Okay, thanks
We're
for
about to-
watching, and we'll see you next month.